We're continuing with the book of Psalms, this time from picking up at chapters 43 to 46. 43 is, I believe, a sort of a continuation uh, of the call for vindication. Presumably, David here is asking God to vindicate him, essentially defending his cause. Chapter 44, moving on, several things to focus on. I just picked one, 15. It states that my dishonor is before me all day long and shame has covered my face. One of those things I really love about scripture is, especially comparing it to other religions and beliefs, is that our holy book does not shy away from uh, so the reality of the human condition. David here, or the psalmist here, really acknowledges um, the condition of mankind, and that some there are situations that many times we do live with, shame, that we do live with dishonor, that we do live with these negative things, and those things are very real. And the challenge really is not to be devoid of those things or overcome those things completely. Is allowing God's presence and His joy to overcome those things. I once heard someone say, and I hope I'm not misunderstanding or misquoting, is that heaven and eternity is really more about um, overcoming uh, our shortcomings and displaying the power of God's work in our lives than it is about minimizing, ignoring, or even denying our shortcomings, our shame, our dishonor, as the psalmist puts it. Moving on to Psalm 45, Scripture talks about the oil of gladness. There's just certain thing, the terminology. And how growing up in the church, we were kind of comfortable with these terms. But that expression, the oil of gladness, is really very powerful. Um, it signifies many things, but just a renewal. There are many times in Scripture in the Old Testament where people um, use oil just to liven their faces, their appearance, even though they may have been sort of going through the worst time, going through hell. But that oil just renews us. Again, God sort of displaying His power through the circumstances, not around them. Finally, Psalm 46, one of my favorite portions of Scripture, verse 1, God is our refuge and strength. And I like the way it says, a very present and well-proved help in trouble. I really can't add much to that. What a powerful statement. And then going on to verse 10, just gives me so much comfort here. It says, be still and know that I am God. Let me encourage you today that may be many reasons for you not to be still, as you are so busy and doing whatever it is that you may be doing. Perhaps it's striving to be something or be someone or do something and accomplish something. And while all those things in and of themselves are not bad, but there is a time to be still. There is a time to let go and let God.